Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another video and a very happy Diwali to those who are celebrating. I absolutely love Diwali. So I'm actually Gujarati Hindu, which we also not only celebrate Diwali, which is today, we also celebrate Nava Varas, which means New Year in Gujarati, tomorrow. And honestly, it's like my favourite time of year. I just love being able to celebrate the culture, the colour. There's just something about these days that just is filled with like warmth and love and just all things auspicious, and I love it and I'm here for it. What's your plans for Diwali? Let me know in the comments what you do. Are there any traditions that you guys follow on Diwali that you would like to share? Because we don't have a tradition as such. Like the next day we obviously go to the temple, we tend to go to my uncle's house, my uncle comes to ours, we get loads of visitors, we just eat all the Indian food, we eat Indian sweets, we eat the jalebi, the laddus, just anything, and honestly my mouth is watering thinking about them. But let me know in the comments what you do, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. So I've already cleansed my face and I have toned my face and it is moisturised, and I have used the CeraVe moisturiser today. So my lips are feeling a little bit dry at the moment, so I am actually going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Lip Oil and I'm just going to apply that before I do my makeup. It feels so nice on the skin, and if you've seen my Charlotte Tilbury makeup counter video, I'll pop it here. You will just know how much I kind of fell in love with this product, and that was the first time I used it. So I'm actually going to go in with my Hydrovale Rehydrating Gel, and I'm going to use this as a primer to kind of prep my face. I just really want that hydrated, glowy, dewy skin, and as you can see, it's super glossy in there. It's a really weird texture. It's kind of like dipping your finger into jelly, but when it goes on the face, it is so hydrating. It's so lovely. It is so smooth. It just leaves my skin like really smooth, and the texture's amazing, like ready to go for my makeup. It's a really good prep product. Now that that's worked into my face, to be honest, a little bit goes a long way. My skin just feels really nice. It is kind of dewy already, so it's ready for my base makeup. And I'm just going to zoom in so you can see the actual texture of my skin. You can see that I have got a load of blemishes. So now I'm going to start on my base, and I'm going to mix two foundations together, which I'm actually going to take the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop and the Becca Ultimate Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm just mixing those together just to kind of give it a little bit more full coverage. I'm just going to take a couple of pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm going to go in and just evenly apply that all over my face. The reason I love the NYX is because the finish is so good. You will see me talk about this in a lot of my videos. I absolutely love this foundation. It is my favorite high street foundation, and I'm applying it with a brush first. I'm using the Huda Beauty foundation brush, and I'm using that because it's really dense. The Becca Cosmetics one I was really new to. I didn't feel like the colour was my colour, so I really only use it to mix it in with foundations, but I love the finish. It is full coverage, but it's not heavy and it's not cakey whatsoever. So it kind of gives that really good balance of how you kind of want a medium to full coverage foundation to look. I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender now to even out all of the texture and all of the skin tone. And you can see the coverage this is given is such a clean finish. You can see the coverage it is given is super clean, super nice, really medium to kind of full coverage. There's still some coverage I need to do underneath and around my eyes, but this base is looking pretty good to me so far. I'm now going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Colour Correcting Concealer, and it's more of a colour corrector, not really for the coverage, and I use that in the shade Medium Honey. So I'm just going to take this product on my finger. I like to use my finger because it really warms the product up so it can kind of get really nicely under the skin. Let me know your favourite colour correctors, because I really want to try some that really suit Asian skin. I really want to try the Live, I think it's tinted, I think it is. I do want to try different colour correctors that sit well on my skin, so let me know in the comments what you guys use because I'm super interested. I'm now going to use my damp beauty blender just to blend it all out. I'm actually going to mix two concealers together just to kind of give myself that dewy but full coverage under my eyes. I do feel like my under eyes are my problem areas. It's where I need the most kind of work, let's say. High Street Concealer, which is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer, and I'm going to mix that with, which is the Nars, and I'm just going to take those and mix those two together. So firstly, I'm going to apply the Instant Anti-Age Eraser, and I use that in the shade Nude. So I'm just going to take some product, and I'm just going to place that right on the inner corners of my eyes and use the sponge to kind of bring that product out. And as you can see, this product is super creamy, it's super nice, it's really easy to blend out. If you've never used it before, I definitely recommend it. It's super affordable, it's under £10, and it is just a great concealer. And it's really one of those concealers that you can just wear by itself without a foundation base, and it really works into your skin. So now I'm going to go in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm just going to apply that kind of around where I've applied this concealer, and then use that to mix these two in together. I'm just going to use this concealer to kind of lift up all the high points on my face as well, of where I want the light to kind of reflect off. I'm then going to take my beauty blender and just blend all of this product into my face. So we had a slight shadow, so I've just put you in a little bit closer, but I think it's really good because you can see the textures of my skin. You can see how really easily this concealer has blended out. I just absolutely love this kind of duo together. I'm then going to go in and set my under eye area using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Pressed Powder. I'm using that in the shade 130. And I'm just taking this powder and I'm literally using a really small kind of setting brush, and I'm just going to place that under my eyes to set the under eye area to avoid creasing. Set one eye versus the other, just purely because when you look on the screen, look at this eye that has been set and then look at this eye that hasn't. You can see that the products are kind of like melting into each other already. It's kind of like starting to crease, which is what we want to avoid. But when it's set, this setting powder for a high street setting powder is really, really good. It's super lightweight. To do my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Revolution Makeup Dark Brown Eyebrow Pencil. It's my go-to. It's what I use. It's high street. I definitely want to try more kind of pencil brushes. I'm going to try the Refi Beauty one. Also, I just want to try some things different. So also let me know in the comments what your favourite eyebrow brushes are as well, and I will try a few as well. I like to use really light brush strokes just to create that natural kind of eyebrow look rather than just being drawn and kind of scraped across your face. And then I'm just going to use the spoolie to neaten those brows out and just kind of give them really neat shape. If you follow me on my journey, you will really know that I'm trying to grow my eyebrows out as much as I can this side of the year, so that next year I can kind of get my eyebrows in a really good shape for my wedding, and like leading up to my wedding, I just want really nice brows. Like I said, I'm just going to go in with my Benefit Brow Gel, and I'm just going to use this to kind of tame the eyebrows down. And I'm actually just going to carve my eyebrows out using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, just to kind of like neaten them up for the look so they don't look too in your face, because at the moment they are looking very bushy. I don't want to fully set my eyebrows, so I'm just going to use the residual powder that I have off my setting brush and use that to just set my eyebrows of the concealer that I have just applied. So I'm going to do a light contour, and to do that I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in Mocha. As per usual, this is my favourite. It's just a really nice colour for my skin tone. It's not too dark, it's not too light, and it's not got that grey undertone. I find a lot of kind of brown skin tones can have really grey undertones and it just looks ashy and dirty, and I'm not here for that. I'm just going to go in and I'm actually contouring on my cheekbones to carve up my cheekbones and just take it up into my temples to kind of shapen that. I have a tiny forehead, so I try not to contour my forehead a lot, but just kind of give it a little bit of shape so it kind of sits with the rest of my face rather than just being separate and a different colour. So I'm just going to take this and apply that. I'm also going to apply this contour to my nose. I mean, a really snatched nose. I'm then going to blend this all out with my Morphe Aerial blending brush, and I'm just going to blend it into my skin, work it into my skin, and then go over it with my beauty blender as well. I have so much baby hair, it is actually unreal. Just going in with my beauty blender now to kind of even it all out, press it into my skin so it's really kind of neat, clean finish. I'm then going to set just underneath my contour, and I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder to do so. And I'm using a loose powder just to set my contour, just because I find it gives it that better kind of finish without being too harsh, and it's a little bit more of a full coverage to do so. So I'm just picking up some of that product on my damp beauty blender and I'm placing it underneath my contour just to kind of carve out that line a little bit more. I'm going to set my contour using my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade 3. I absolutely love Charlotte Tilbury packaging. I just think it's so beautiful and so pretty. It's so great for a gift as well. I'm just going to take some of that onto a tapered sculptured brush, shake off any excess, and I'm just going to use it to work in the product onto the contour areas just to kind of set the contour, the cream contour. And I like to take the product up into my eye just to kind of bring the whole face together. So there's no harsh lines and there's just no residual product anywhere. I'm going to start with my eyes now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and I'm going to use that as my kind of transition colour. And I'm just going to blend this into my crease just to kind of give that eye a little bit of shape and a little bit of a lift. I just find as well that it kind of ties the look together because it's the same shades. I am actually going to go in with a glitter eyeshadow. So we're going to do something a little bit different. The journey of my outfit is actually kind of like a light pink. So I'm going to go in with kind of a pink glitter, I think. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsession palette. It doesn't have names on the palettes, but I'm going to go in with this pink right here. So I'm actually just picking up some product on my brush. Oh my God, I love how sparkly it is. I'm just applying this colour all over my lid as well because I just want like a little bit of a pop. I want to go for a really simple kind of eye. Simple, yet big impact. I'm just going in with my finger now to kind of make sure it's even all over my eyelid. How nice is that colour? Gonna go and do the same on the other eye. Honestly, for me, Huda Beauty is a makeup brand that never disappoints. Every single product I have of hers, I really enjoy. It always sits well. It's just really a reliable makeup brand. I am actually just going to go back in with my bronzer just to kind of tie the colours both together and make sure there's no lines. So I'm just picking up the blending brush and I'm just applying it on my eye again and mixing those two together. Look how shimmery this product is. I'm going to pick up the bronzer colour again and I'm just going to apply it underneath my eye and smoke out my under eyes with some colour. Now we're going to go in with some eyeliner. I don't think we need too much, so I'm just going to go in with a small wing. I'm doing this using the Huda Beauty pencil eyeliner. I'm doing an ever so small little wing, just kind of like a half lid wing. It doesn't need to be neat because we're going to put eyelashes on anyway, but it just kind of helps define the eyes a little bit more. I'm going to apply mascara. I'm going to use the Maybelline Sky High mascara. I'm going to apply that to my top lashes and my bottom lashes. And I don't want to get too close to the root. I just want to apply that on the edges, just so when I put eyelashes on, it kind of is like all in sync together. Going to apply eyelashes now, and the eyelashes I'm using are the Eyeliner Enchanted London eyelashes. Oh, can you see them? They're kind of really natural, yet they've got a lot of volume in them. I do just feel that eyelashes just finish off a look. They make it look like really full glam. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury dual-ended pencil in the cream. I'm going to use that against my waterline just to help brighten my eye. This is like a really bright kind of glitzy eye look, and I absolutely love this pencil because it just brightens the eye without being really harsh, like using a white crayon. I actually do feel like I want a little bit of blush on my face as well. I'm going to go in and use my e.l.f. Putty Primer. You know that I absolutely love these blushes. So I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to take some product and I'm just going to apply that onto my brush and onto the high points of my cheekbones just to kind of lift and add a little bit of colour back into my face. These colours are so subtle. The product's not cakey at all. It goes on kind of like a liquid, but I just love cream because it's not too messy. And you can see a little product goes a long way. And use the rest of the product on my nose. To highlight, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter, Mean Money and Hustler Baby. I'm going to mix my brush across the two shades, pick up the product, and I'm going to use this as my highlighter today. Now, last but not least, I'm going to go in with my lips. My lips feel super hydrated and ready for kind of lip liner. So for lip liner, I'm going to use 2 lip liners. I'm going to mix them together slightly. I'm going to take the Kylie Jenner lip liner in Ginger and the Morphe lip liner in Honeymoon. I absolutely love both of these shades, especially on Asian skin. They are the perfect nude. So first of all, I'm going to use the Kylie Jenner lip line, and I'm going to use that to just outline my lip. As you can see, it's literally the perfect nude for my skin tone. I don't overline the top of my lips. I do overline underneath my lips just to kind of give that fuller bottom lip look, but it is the perfect nude. I'm now going in with the Morphe lip liner in Honeymoon, and I'm basically just going underneath that Kylie Jenner lip liner and just kind of filling in the rest of my lips with this shade. Then gonna go in with my Becca Cosmetics Liquid Crystal Lip Topper in Opal Jade, I think it's called, Opal times Jade colour, and it's really glossy, really glitzy. I just thought it would like sit in really well with the eyes. Tip that I always use is if you're using a clear gloss or a glitter gloss and you've used it on top of lip colour, just wipe the wand before you put it back in so there's no residual colour going into it, and that gloss can stay as close to what it is as you bought it, so there's no like cross contamination between colours. That's it, guys. That is the full look. I was going to wear kind of like a tikka / damini, but I don't think I'm going to wear one because I've added some earrings and I kind of just love the simplicity of the look, and the makeup's a lot, so I just feel like we're gonna go with it. This is how we are spending Diwali. I hope you all have a wonderful Diwali. To those who are celebrating, please share all your love, your happiness and your joy with all your family and friends and your loved ones. I know this one's different to last year because we actually get to celebrate it with people, so I hope you all enjoy it. I hope this year is full of success, wealth and happiness and health for all of you watching, and a happy Diwali to all my new subscribers as well.